What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. And yeah, car's finally lowered. So I ended up going with some Eibach or Eibach, however you want to pronounce it. They're Sportlines. They're about 1.5 inch in the front and like 1.57 in the rear. I know I was talking about going with D2 springs, but I didn't want to go that low. I didn't want to have any rubbing issues depending on what kind of tire setup I went with. So I decided, and I didn't want to get coilovers because I like how the suspension feels on this car. So what we're gonna do is, now that the springs are settled, springs are installed on Monday, so it's Thursday now. Now that the springs are settled, we're gonna go and drive around and hit the canyons. I mean, I'm getting it down when I'm downshifting. This is one of my favorite turns because I can see straight ahead who's in front of me, and if I can take the turn pretty aggressive. Okay. I know I went out of bounds a little bit from my lane, but don't learn how to drive. I always do it like that, just so I can get a better turning point. The car handled pretty good right there. This is the first time I'm actually gonna take it there. I feel like everybody goes with D2, so then I just decided to get these ones instead, because why not? I've been practicing my downshifts, my rev matches. You know, I'm starting to get used to where to shift and like all the good stuff, because the gearing in this car is so different than how it was on my 8th gen. But yeah, basically these canyons that I always take, it's the back roads to Thousand Oaks from Camarillo here in Southern California. And it's basically where Civic is, CSUCI. A lot of people take these roads, bicyclists take it, runners. I like taking it because it's really close to my house. It's like maybe 15 minutes away, and like a lot of the times it's empty. So like right now might be a little empty. I have yet to see a car in front of me, and I'm hoping we can keep it like that. Cool. So I ended up just putting it on the top right now, just so I can actually still talk with you guys. I personally don't like it up here because you see down like this, but oh well, it is what it is. Now the first thing I will say about this car is the uphill. Like, this thing just goes. This thing goes. Keep in mind, this is my first time in the canyon with this car, and we're gonna do it. Oh my god, I missed my 8th when I'm taking these. There's nobody in front of me, so I think I'm chilling. I'm not pushing it all the way, I'm just going about half throttle. I am going to be in sport mode just so I can get that stiffer suspension and better feedback. One thing I will say is that the car does need better tires. It already skidded a little bit right there. Because I'm not even going to bother. I'm going to stay in 4th gear, maybe even 3rd or 2nd. Because like, uphill, I really loved it. That was like my 8th gen's weakness. Uphill battles. Downhill, not so much. It was pretty good. But even right here in 4th gear, giving it some throttle, that's really good. Now, I'm not saying this car is fast, but this car is quick. Especially in the canyons, man. Like, if you guys have not driven any Civic in general, any Civic SI or Type R, dude, in the canyons is where it shines. So let's see. Oh yeah. So far there's nobody in front of me, at least not that I've seen. But this car is handling amazing. You know what I should have done? And I regret doing it? Okay, I still don't see anybody in front of me, cool. I should have done this with the stock suspension. Again, I'm not pushing it all the way, so I can't see if I'm getting understeer or oversteer because the car stays planting on all 4 wheels. But so far, no cops behind me, so I'm chilling. This is really, really fun. And I wish I was able to heel toe in this car. Sadly, I can't. Okay, I probably should have stayed in second right there. It's going uphill. I need to get that spacer adapter so I can actually heel toe. I've tried so hard desperately to heel toe in this car. I can't do it. The pedals are just too far off. This is the only turn I don't like because, yep, see? Okay. Half throttle right there. Half throttle, 5,000 RPMs. I'm still in second gear, guys. Okay, I mean, I can't really push it right here anymore. See how like quick that was? That was really, really quick. That was what, maybe 4 minutes, 3 minutes? These are the hiking trails I like taking. So on our way back, it's not gonna be as dramatic, but going downhill, I am very curious to see how this car moves downhill. Uphill, comparing this to my 8th gen, I'm gonna say this car because of the torque and because of that turbo. Downhill, I don't know yet. My heart says 8th gen, but we'll see. Well, keep in mind also, I'm gonna go ahead and do a U-turn right here. Keep in mind with my 8th gen, I was also full bolt-on. And, okay, he's making a left. I hope he's not coming this way. Ooh, are those officers? Officers of the law? No, they're not. They're just going down. I'm gonna drive extra slow. Further the distance from the cars in front of me. This car desperately needs an exhaust. I already know what exhaust I'm getting, guys. And it's not gonna be the NVIDIA or the Greddy. You guys will see it when you see it. But it's sad because it's either my wheels or my exhaust, because they're both about the same price. And to be honest, I'd rather get my wheels just to get that out of the way. Okay, let's see. Okay, desperately needs tires. That skidded way too much. Way too much. I don't even want to push it that much down here. These are the stock tires too, by the way. Yeah, it's skidding. It is skidding for sure. Sliding, I guess, if that's what you guys want to say. These stock tires are not meant for the canyons. I mean, they're good, but they're good stock. If you're gonna be pushing them around the corner, no bueno. Yeah, these are, I think my Federal, I had Federal 595s on my 8th gen, and those reacted so much better. Those were really good budget tires because when they were warmed up, they were amazing. Again, half throttle, ease a little bit on the brake because cops like coming back here. I've actually only gone half throttle here, so I'm not going crazy, because then that also gives me a chance to rev match and practice my downshifts. I'm gonna turn right here, that's gonna make a right. Yep, see? I know my canyons. My canyons, like I live here. Okay, that was pretty much the downhill. It was really quick because you're going downhill, and then I'm already catching up to the cars in front of me, so I'm not going to be able to go as fast as I want to. But just for shits and giggles, just full throttle. Yep. I'm gonna say it, handling. This car handled really well going that way. This car handles really well for a stock car. It's just missing better tires, maybe sway bars, for sure some wider wheels, you know, and I feel like this car would be a really good canyon carver. Yeah, I already caught up to these cars right here. I know this was a really small canyon, but I mean, it's still one, you know. The next one that I really want to hit up is Mulholland Highway. I hit that up twice as my 8th gen, and I loved it. But I need to hit it up with this one. But that pretty much says right there, I love these Eibach springs. I feel like these are the go-to ones for me. They were a little bit more pricier. I'm gonna say these were like $280, but I did buy them straight from the website. I went to eibach.com. I didn't go to like Pro Civic or eBay or Amazon. Like, I went straight to the website just so I could get it here quick. And it's funny because on the 8th gen forum and 10th gen forums and the Facebook page, people love these ones, but I guess they were really hard to come around by. And I'm gonna assume I might have gotten the last ones, because as soon as I as soon as I ordered it, about 2 days later, I got an email saying, hey, they're out of stock, they're gonna keep me posted. And then they came in the mail 2 days after that. So I don't know what was wrong with that, but I'm glad I got these. I am very impressed with how the 10th gen handles. As soon as I get, oh, and you know what? I also had sway bars, Eibach sway bars on my 8th gen, front and rear. So that really did help. That actually helped it drastically when exiting corners. So the fact that I was able to stay at like 7,000 RPMs. But where I was getting at is with this car, I feel like this car has a lot of potential. A lot of hate is on this car because of no VTEC, but guys, it's still a really overall well-performing Civic. If I had to choose, honestly, like if I have to choose between my 8th and the 10th, I'm gonna say the 10th gen, man. It's like the perfect daily. You have the best of both worlds. You have a turbo. It actually kicks in really low. The only thing I did start noticing is the rev hang. I didn't notice that as much, maybe because I was in the honeymoon stage with the car. And now I'm starting to notice that it does have a pretty bad rev hang. Not as bad as the 8th. The 8th has a really bad stock rev hang. But this one does have rev hang. With K-Tuner, it will go away, and variable tune and whatnot, or TSP. So we'll see what's up. I don't think I'm gonna get the gram lights because one, they're really expensive, and with that extra money, with my second choice of wheels, I can get something else for the car. You know what I mean? And with tires. So considering the gram light 57DRs, they look so good on this car, but it's not in the budget range right now. My second choice were some Enkis, and they're not RPF ones. Surprisingly, I decided not to go with the RPF ones. Here's a picture of a white coupe with a black RPF ones. I don't know whose this is. If it's your car, I'm sure you love it, but I don't know how I feel about the black RPF ones on the white coupe. I feel like the black wheels, specifically the black RPF ones, don't flow with the car. And they're not ugly wheels at all. They're so gorgeous, but I don't know. I don't like how they look with the car. So I'm actually getting some other Enkis. You guys will see them soon. And also, guys, my 27.1 or 271 intake is in. I'm gonna be installing that with Hector on Sunday, and we're gonna be getting some good turbo noises in. So that should be hella fun. Okay, so real quick, driving home and my tire pressure monitor goes up, and I'm like, dude, after my first canyon run, you're gonna tell me I like ran over a nail or I need a tire patch or whatever. All of my tires were fine. I went to go check the air at a gas station. They were all fine. They were all at 42, but still 42? Dude, can anybody tell me if that's normal for these cars? On my door it says 32, so I lowered them to 32. And now that I'm driving it on 32, it feels so much more smoother. But 42 PSI on these tires? Is that how they're supposed to be? And that's what I was tripping, because it said my tire sensor was going off, right? So usually that means, hey, you're low on air on one of your tires. So I checked all of them. I didn't see a nail. I didn't see like anything weird out of the ordinary. So I went to the gas station. All of them were at 42. So I'm assuming it was just a faulty sensor, because the sensor was like, whoa, why are you pushing your car or something? I don't know, just me talking. And I was just freaking out. So I was like, okay, well, 42? I'm driving it right now at 32. I've always had 32 PSI on my 235 by 40. I have it on my Scion TC. Had it on my 8th gen because they were also 235 by 40. And these stock tires are 235 by 40. And they were at 42. Oh, so I do have my stock springs. They're surprisingly still in the trunk if anybody wants to buy them. If for some reason one of you guys or you know anybody that needs stock suspension, it's just the springs, let me know. They have about 1,000 miles on them. I don't have the necessity to keep them, so I'm gonna just get rid of them. So if anybody wants them, hit me up on my Instagram and see if we can do it. I might be willing to ship, but shipping's gonna be a pain. So yeah, if anybody needs stock springs, let me know. I'm trying to get rid of them. I'm driving around. I've been driving around for about 5 minutes. Tire pressure system has not came back on. So I'm gonna assume the system just like freaked out, because I resetted everything. So I asked Hector about it. I actually told him about how the system was freaking out. He asked me where it was at and where it's supposed to be. I told him, and he goes, you know what? Chances are that whoever unloaded it off the truck did not change the PSI right before they sold it to me, which makes perfect sense because it is a new car. It has under 1,500 miles. So that actually makes sense. And maybe because I was pushing it, the tire system was freaking out because I had way too much PSI in it. So luckily nothing happened. If something could have happened. But I wonder if also that was the reason why the car handled how it did downhill. Uphill was great, but downhill is a little bit more of a challenge. But oh well. Thank you for watching. If you guys are new to the channel, please subscribe. We're doing something with this, and I want to thank each and every one of you for sticking around after the 8th gen left. So it's not going to be the last time you'll see me in a K series, I promise you that. But for right now, let's get it going. Well, I will see you guys in another video. You guys have a good day. Peace.